But I hug.
But I'm not ready!
Alright, let's get this shit
Yeah,
started!
Well, turnabout.
March 22nd, 9:14 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Corita's hotel room.
Da bears.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it?
Thank you, Pearly.
I wonder if Mr. Edric has already found Mr. Maya.
These things take time, so I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
So the real person who killed Mr. Kurita was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the scene of the crime seems to be proof of that. Bleh.
Drink.
But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean who asked for the murder?
The Bears, obviously.
That person didn't want to dirty
Bears.
Da bears.
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
That's unbearable.
Okay, Teddy. Go back to Persona.
Hey, Teddy's an awesome character.
Wait a minite. Bears?
Yeah, but just bear puns are
Teddy
unbearable.
Bears? Ted Bundy? I'm sorry.
Heather's cracked the case.
Bundy fucking shows up in a Phoenix Wright game.
He has his own sprite and everything.
It's Zac Efron.
What?
He played Ted Bundy in a documentary.
Wait a second. I zoom in that coffee pot.
I can't.
Zoom in.
Computers!
I can't!
Enhance. There he is!
I knew it! The coffee pot was the real murderer the whole time!
Who could have hired the assassin? You think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt Ungard himself?
Okay, there is like so many other characters here, like Wendy and Lada.
Wendy wouldn't kill
Wendy
Juan.
wouldn't kill Juan.
That's what you
If
want
I
to do.
can't have one, nobody can have
Oh
one.
shit. She's not. She's a yandere.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed!
she would kill
Notice
him
me,
herself.
senpai!
Don't you think she would kill him herself, though?
Dude, why do you think she was pacing around the room so much? She wanted to see if the job was done yet. We cracked the case. Again.
Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin.
And he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked to him...
Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida?
Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay?
One day I'm gonna get you guys to say corridor.
I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
I think I know how this is gonna go down now.
Wait for it.
Do you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna go down with Edgeworth on Phoenix. Ayo.
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what's this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls?
No, dum-dum.
Oh, that's right. It's me.
Yeah, dum-dum.
I deserve that.
Dum-dum.
Juan had bet everything on the Gem and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Gasp.
Mr. Ungard's secret? What is the secret? Did you spill the beats?
I don't know yet.
Well, and we're not going to know because Humid Corridor is dead.
But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret.
Greg, thank you.
Mr. Ungard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Well, they got some dang good music in this here game.
Oh
March
yeah.
22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hallway.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
We gotta get you to bed, Pearly.
No,
Yeah.
no bedtimes.
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. Ungard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
Aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pearl's still new. Skirting rules is kind of Phoenix's thing.
March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall.
Oh no. It lives.
Heavy breathing.
Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is that nothing has anything to. All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Drink. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
Certainly moved on from Juan quickly.
And then he said...
Well, Edgeworth came first, then Juan.
That's fair.
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all of my anger towards you!
Yeah.
Take this, her love, her anger, and all of her sorrow.
Oh god.
This hand of mine shines and roars!
Music stops. The boss battle begins. Dun 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 dun
This hand of mine shines and roars, its burning anger tells me to defeat you!
Ugh. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
Hey, Gumshoe's the pal. Pal.
You weren't very nice to him.
This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the basements.
Huh. Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting!
Scandalous? What's that?
Oh, jeez, Pearl.
Oh, it means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl! The nerve of some people! Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too!
Okay, old bag. That's the problem here.
We just want to see her
Stalker.
change. Him change, lady.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet you that it's nothing good!
But I didn't say anything! I really didn't! This
Has
is all my
psychic
thoughts!
powers. He's
I
got that
can read your
face.
mind, young'un. So, you want to know about Juan and that manager, right?
I like how he says one.
Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? Who are you talking about?
What other
You
manager?
don't know?
met?
Yeah, that manager woman Juan had.
Oh,
It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impax, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That is Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you?
I don't care about celebrity gossip.
Well,
I
I
like
do.
him.
That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the...
She's smiling.
We've already established at this point that Old Bag is fucked up.
She feeds on the energy of misery and killing peoples.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
clear that celebrity gossip is one of the few things that brings her true joy.
It's also the thing that keeps her
Okay.
ancient heart beating.
That and
Right.
complain to the
That
manager.
and her love for dear Edgy Poo.
And Juan!
And Juan!
She's like
And
Snake Eater. She's like
hold
Snake
on.
Eater from Boondocks. Nobody knows how she managed to live so long, but some believe it is her love of hatred that keeps her going.
why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married, right? You promised each other, right?
Oh, Pearl, you're so
Oh, they held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly cancelled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines.
Yes, right alongside Shark Baby born in Brazil.
Oh yes, that was quite an interesting read. That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see. That night. Oh,
That's my line,
Drink.
whippersnapper!
Drink!
Give me the fucking microphone, you don't know what you're doing! That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
how terrible.
I like how someone left after that line. I wonder. There. I wonder what happened between those two.
Well, bye.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm quite upset over it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to say. No!
No!
What
Oh!
happened?
We don't want to know that.
I will not.
She wanted to show us her measurements.
Oh!
I'm back. I missed
No.
I'm glad we skipped that. I
You
No,
really
missed
you didn't.
one line.
March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby.
On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigation. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Okay, criminal affairs. Or Matt Unguard's house.
Why would like he want to go back there? You know, that's just funny to me. Oh my
March
gosh! Look in the
22nd.
corner.
Police statement. What?
What, the guy standing at the computer?
No.
No, beside him.
A computer?
Yes, no, the stuffed animal.
Alright, you guys
With
can't
its
see.
arms open.
I don't think you guys can see my mouse in the Discord stream.
The bootleg Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah,
that also
like-
gets paid more than Gumshoe.
it gives
March
free
tw-
hugs.
March 22nd, Police Station and Criminal Affairs Department.
Oh no, Kay, we're surrounded by computers.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
These are old ass computers, really. Look at that.
No, I'm saying because of the
They're
electronics
running
thing we
Windows
got going
97.
Nah, these computers are off the hook.
on. Some of them are. They're unplugged.
There's just a chorus of the dial-up sound.
Oh my gosh.
No one will remember. No one remembers that. Whoever watches this.
There's people our age gonna be watching
There's
it.
people old enough.
Let's see. Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. Greg.
You're you're Mr. Engod's lawyer, right? Oh, I gotta find an accent.
Come on, Greg. You have a million of them.
Watch me.
Just be Ron Swanson.
I don't know what he talks like. Hey, you're Mr. Engod's lawyer, right?
Oh my gosh.
Joe Swanson.
yes, sir.
Well, he finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness.
No.
A decisive
Okay.
witness? You mean for the Unguard case?
Oh yeah, we're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth.
What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer Pants. Walking in here in your fancy suit with your slick back hair. Sorry, I'm on my 14th cup of coffee tonight.
He got that suit from a thrift store, thank you very much.
Oh, it's a very nice suit. I know I sound sarcastic, but I was being sincere.
That's too much coffee.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mr. Nick, this cup is scary.
Between the kidnapper's demand, now this, I can't see any way to win here. Especially with that terrible coffee.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
And though visiting hours are long over at the detention center there, yeah, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. It's
What?
awful convenient, don't you think? I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag.
Yeah, I'll drink some more of this here coffee.
March 22nd, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means both Mr. Unguard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Who do you want to hear first, guys?
Let's
hear
hear
Matt.
Adrian.
Okay, 1 vote Matt, 1 vote Adrian. What's the final tiebreaker?
Adrian.
Adrian first.
Okay.
I want to leave Matt for last. I feel like we're gonna get like a big.
Democracy.
You didn't vote for him because you didn't vote for her so you could voice lines, huh, Heather?
No, I want to hear the best for last. That's how it works.
Thank you, Heather.
I'm watching you.
Oh,
Why'd I go to
let's
the
hear it.
corner?
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour.
Even though it's daylight outside that window,
They don't have the money to change the backgrounds.
they just need to change a few pixels to a more bluer shade.
Do you know how much memory that costs on the GBA?
It's not the GBA anymore.
Good point.
But then it wouldn't be a fateful.
Take that.
They already spent all their money on these high-res pixels. Look at them.
Look at that
Yeah.
one on her nose.
Cookies that are in the oven and waiting on a timer. So
But there are a few questions that I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Heather, just go fart.
me?
Yes, you.
I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Ungard.
Well, I am.
I'd like to ask you about Matt Ungard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him,
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why don't you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
It does.
About Miss Celeste Impacts.
I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
Yes. I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted... one second. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread like another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
The suicide note, huh? Why did you,
You
try
forgot a line of drink.
to... Why'd you try to frame Mr. Ungard?
That's simple. Because he's the killer. That's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
You rescued her from having the voice of a 60-year-old chain-smoking Jew.
That's like the second time Greg's been denied.
Yeah, okay, Heather, go.
But there had to be another way.
The police. Oh,
The police are excellent. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they figured it out, right?
yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Yeah, we didn't have coffee that day.
And now we flip Ruby Pearl.
Miss Andrews.
Or okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Disregard everything I
I've been
say.
doing it this whole time.
Disregard everything I say.
Maybe she mean to you for revenge.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please,
Pour a glass of juice.
tell me. Tell me why you did what you did.
revenge.
Huh? Did you see something just now?
Hey, Iris,
Yes?
Oh,
can you get like a picture of like a hobo or something? Just has a sign that says like, "We'll voice act for money for me."
Do you want to do Pearl?
I'm just kidding.
I have been doing it this whole time, so I was just wondering.
Well, do you want to save your voice or not?
I mean, I'm not gonna be Pearl in the trial, because that's where Mia is.
No, I usually divide things up so people aren't talking to themselves.
He's gone. He's gone.
You can do Pearl. It's okay.
Okay.
For this scene. A Cyclops,
Yeah.
huh?
Single one. You understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
Ooh. But watch that be the only line she gets.
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say... revenge. It was in the text box and everything.
Phoenix thinks in red.
What do we got to present?
Well, wait.
We can present our butt.
Oh, wait, what? Greg.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me.
I'm gonna laugh at Gumshoe.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Mr. Powers?
sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice for a second there.
Get
That's
hit in
the
the
first
balls.
time we've ever gotten that right. Holy shit.
Oh, right
I had a dream
person,
about
wrong
this moment.
voice.
I had a dream about this moment.
Mr. Powers?
I know, I forgot I was in this too.
And now Heather's back to
What
play.
happened? What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers?
I was talking with the detective until a little while ago. I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you're under arrest! And I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
What the fuck? Japan?
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
I don't know, man. You're probably like the only guy within 3 miles of Tokyo that has mutton chops like that.
Look, I know the show's awful, but it's not a criminal offense, okay?
It's the mutton chops,
I
man.
looked it up.
Yeah.
Have you showered since you last talked? Or changed?
Well, I've been wearing this same suit for at least a couple of days now, so...
So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
The detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
You think it's that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick! Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I?
What am I, chopped liver, pal?
Yes!
Actually,
Actually, you're
Gumshoe
my
is the best friend Phoenix has.
actually you're
He
my
didn't even-
employee right now.
He didn't even make him dinner.
Well, I need a can opener, pal.
Well, don't set it up like you've already cooked it.
This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know.
He's so grumpy.
Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game, to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
I guess.
Wow, he's
Ow.
always that kind
Sorry.
of dick.
Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
I drank all their coffee.
Oh no!
He just yelled it in front of the chief, and the chief is like, "What?"
No, he's just got the whole
And
pot.
creamer, so I added Red Bull.
He just had the whole pot in his hand and just shotgunned it.
No, Ted Bundy was in there.
Good job, Will Powers. You killed Ted Bundy.
All right then.
Case closed. Game over, man.
We did it.
Ah, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have the dazzling sort of image, right?
I think he said that earlier in the game.
A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
Oh, please, I'm a washed-up has-been. Oh, no, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of a guy, you see.
Dude, he was more brutal on himself than you were to him.
The first step is acceptance.
Like, holy shit! What you did, Greg, don't compare to what he just did to himself.
Yeah.
Ooh, self-burn.
I gotta watch it, though. I carried around one of those gossip magazines, and that crazy old lady wouldn't shut up about it. She likes gossip more than I do.
I can actually see that happening.
I just heard a noise that made it sound like she was running towards him.
But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey! So did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Inpax?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
What was in that coffee?
Crack, apparently. Hey,
And
so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note.
No, really? No, I would never guessed.
And they say that Juan went and hid it.
Oh, I totally did learn this like
yeah, we
5
didn't
hours
know
ago.
that.
5 hours
Yeah.
ago.
And the shame of what he did made him look 10 years older.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note.
Oh no, really? Who would have guessed? Whoa, whoa.
Mr. Powers, you're kind
Something
of dumb.
bad for Juan, that is.
Wait, what?
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure? Why is that sentence so constructed weirdly? What? Why do you think so? Is not that hard.
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
A truly insidious man. Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ah, feels good to share celebrity gossip.
Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are both at a detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything.
I'm not sure if this is the same suit or if I own like 19 identical suits.
You think he owns more
I
than
like
one
to imagine
suit?
the latter.
You think the police
Well,
are going to be mad at you for drinking all
If
that
he
coffee?
does own more than one suit, they're all exactly like that one.
Now then, whose story do I want to hear?
You think we have what we need to break Adrian's psych lock? Oh, never mind. Dude, it's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you, man.
I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Ungard.
What's wrong?
Mr. Ungard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty.
You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self.
About the press conference.
You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai?
Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews.
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Could you please fill me in on what this secret is? Please?
There it is.
Woo.
Oh!
I knew this was
Five.
coming. I knew this was coming.
One cyclock. Two cyclocks.
Okay, don't do the whole bit, Greg,
I'm
please.
not gonna do the whole bit. I'm not gonna count all the way up to 5 like that. Come on.
I dare you to count to 100 like that someday and record it.
Don't subject us to that.
Greg will do it. Greg will do it.
Which is exactly why I'm saying not to encourage him.
Like he can sit through terrible movies. He can do that, you know.
It would take that long.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclops.
You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude?
Did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship?
Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life.
Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impax's suicide note from him.
Celeste?
Does that jog any memories?
Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for pizza? My treat.
You like deliver at a detention center?
No!
They do here in
You
Japan,
get what they
America.
give you.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it kind of pea? Like green peas?
We need to educate this
We
girl
must educate this child.
immediately. Let's go eat one later, okay?
Good. I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop.
That's too bad.
Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay?
Mr. Ungard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way?
Well, only one way to find out.
By running away.
We need more information.
March
Get up,
22nd.
Mayo!
Right in Cove offices.
We need more information. He had 5 Cyclocks. I'm just gonna let the ringtone play.
It's a good ass ringtone.
I would not be surprised if some fans had this as their ringtone.
I'm thinking about getting it as mine.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
You gonna answer that?
Mr. Nick, your phone.
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Hello?
We got a big problem, pal. I thought I was over in the office, but apparently I'm inside this phone now.
What's wrong?
I'm on my way to your office right now.
Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here?
He doesn't have a place to
It's
live.
terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I'm going to... Oh, I got here faster than I thought.
Hey.
Can you teleport?
No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything here.
What a surprise.
Oh, never change gumshoe.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly?
And this bear's what gave him away, pal.
The bear.
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
You sure Edgeworth didn't just tell you that?
Nope, it was an original gumshoe idea.
Do not steal.
Shh,
Tell
Pearls.
us, Mr. Edgeworth, that
Shh, Pearls. And? Go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
who is it? Would be so rude as to spy another person in their room.
Matt on guard.
Oh. Huh?
Matt on guard. Your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse.
Mr. Nick, we're out of noodles.
Are you sure you heard right?
No!
That the person who bought this bear was...
Pal? I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk's even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself.
My sight is failing. This can't be. Phoenix is blacking out. He's gotta take his Pokemon to the Pokemon Center.
Pal.
Mr. Gumshoe, hurry! Get the can of beans and hit him with it! Wake
We
him up.
don't have a can opener, though.
So what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal.
Never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt Ungard.
Why? Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous.
I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know. I
Why
have.
do they show Pearl?
Because it's like when they pan to a different character in a TV show, but someone else off screen is talking.
Oh.
I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you going to see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean.
Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Neck.
I wonder. Oh, you.
Circle.
So shut up.
I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself. But I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Ungard, what in the world have you done?
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know why he put the camera there.
Don't kink shame.
You're working really late, you know? It's already past 10 p.m., dude.
I think it's time you told me the truth.
Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Take that! Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed?
I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap.
Don't lie to me.
Huh?
I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. Take that! Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room the night of the murder.
Secretly film? What?
And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter.
Wow. But, dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden?
Take that!
This camera you were talking about hidden? Ugh.
The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan.
I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude?
Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan.
You sure, dude? Who else could it be from?
The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was... Take that! Mr. Ungard, don't you know this bear from somewhere?
I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude.
Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend?
What else did the bear tell you?
He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Ungard.
If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on. This is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg.
Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet.
Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first?
Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The receipt!
Yes.
I just wanted to say it stupidly once.
No, that's fine.
Take that! I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Ungard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear.
Dude, all you can tell from that is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This 3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time.
A toothbrush cost $3,800!
Solid gold.
No, it's platinum. It's platinum.
The bristles are made out of the tears of children.
Wait a minute, I need to... A $3,800 toothbrush?!
Make that a soundbite.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This dude's an...
It's
Fuck this
ivory.
dude.
Hey, I think Maya's not worth it. Let's just send him to the...
Wait. Just, Brotai, say the line.
It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles.
Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not?
Dude, you should have said that earlier. So, can I ask you one thing?
Yes?
You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that?
Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you.
Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay?
No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set this camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... Where is it? Take that!
Adrian Andrews?
There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right?
Dude, you can be such a moron.
Huh?
Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy.
The good stuff? Juicy?
Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude.
Too bad that wasn't your intention.
What are you talking about?
I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent. But it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. Then there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room? Take that!
What's this card?
Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you?
Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous!
I know it's a
Why would I
stupid
know
name.
some shady scumbag like him?
If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because...
You're his client.
Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew, You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly to kill her to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Ungard.
And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude.
Huh?
I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway.
Mr. Ungard, you really did hire?
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay?
Consult myself?
Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway.
About time for what?
I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude.
Oh.
How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Ungard.
Where'd you get the drink from in there?
I don't know. And why is it like
Wow.
scotch in a wine glass?
Could he be even more?
Hey, guard back there, you seeing this shit? You seeing this shit, Mr. Guard?
I haven't seen anything since the war.
Oh. Thank you for your
He's just in a
service.
catatonic state because of flashbacks from the people he killed or something. Oh my god. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have.
You really... So you are Shelly the Killer's client?
You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean? Also, you're scary.
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying. It's terrible.
It's way past your bedtime, little girl.
I know, but you're keeping me up.
Go on, let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
Oh, why? Why didn't you hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian.
He knew about Miss Andrews' secret?
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins.
What?
Oh, come on. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why...
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time.
Or, you know, at least until the magnetic tape wears out.
Shut up, I'm doing a thing. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. The video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl.
No, it's still wrong. Why? Why? Why did you kill Mr. Kurita? Also, Phoenix, why are you letting me do all the talking? I'm 8.
He's good cop, you're bad cop, Pearl.
Yeah. Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image.
Good.
Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they?
This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, Mr. Unguard's secret would have...
Oh, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer.
I don't think you'd have to trick the assassin. The assassin would be like, whatever, just give me money, I'll do it.
Everyone all working their butts off for me, Matt on guard. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame.
I'm going to psychically maim you.
He doesn't have that power.
Yeah.
You don't need to know that.
What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet.
Could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Kurita. And you answered very clearly you hadn't killed anyone.
Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room.
You killed Mr. Kurita!
I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Aw, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Aw, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya.
You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose.
You scoundrel!
I wouldn't be mine rubbed out. Wink, wink.
Oh, God. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution.
I'll get you for this!
That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Maya, what am I supposed to do?
Has he ever had a client that was, like, so obviously guilty
Nope.
before?
Nope.
Up until this point, all of his clients have been completely innocent.
But hey, you're still in the voice.
No, I'm not.
You did!
Why are you in the voice, Bowtie?
I
Oh
don't know, I
no,
got too into it. The
he's
evil is
becoming
consuming
one with
me.
the character.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm having fun with it.
Kay, do this.
And now.
It's Edgeworth.
Who is this?
Edgeworth.
Oh, and now? Now you finally found it.
I think. Yep, I was right.
The starting line of this case.
Edgeworth.
Etchy
don't-
poo.
I don't care for the horrid atmosphere in here. Let's return to the precinct. Here we are at the precinct.
March 22nd, police
He just
station.
like
Criminal affair.
narrates.
Everything's on fire because all the coffee's gone.
We're not out of the boat yet. Now we're out of the boat.
We don't talk about that. Just focus on me. Don't even look. Don't even pan the camera. Just focus on this one shot. Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy,
No. Can't do that.
that's right. He's holding Maya hostage.
Jerk face.
What? What should I do?
That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn.
My turn?
What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own.
I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt on guard. That man is really...
It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system?
Proper defense. What exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery?
Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now?
Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed my clients to be innocent from the very bottom of my heart. But if I were to get unguard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought he could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the people. I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do.
Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong.
Huh?
We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do.
People like you and Francisca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty.
Francisca. She fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all.
And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty!
Bobby.
I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken.
What are you...
Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now?
The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
Greg, be a substitute Goody.
Hold on. Let me get it in. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can attain an acquittal tomorrow? My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Ungard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer?
Right.
Shut in the police office. There's like one guy there.
Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client.
Project a bit more, Greg. You're kind of under the music.
Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client.
Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself!
I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am.
Yeah.
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
Oh, God.
What the heck is aftercare?
My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my client for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty.
An assassin's duty?
We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you once before, however.
You did. What?
My name is the Killer. Shelley the Killer.
You're Shelley the Killer?
Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain,
Maya!
it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap.
No.
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Meow.
Well, there's all the proof we need.
Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya.
I don't know what to say.
Edgeworth!
Hmm?
Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission.
Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be! That cat. Can it?
Not like there's a million cats in the world.
Yeah, but Matt already proved that he's like a Bond villain, and all Bond
I-
villains have cats.
I know.
What is it?
I think I know where Shelley the Killer is holding Maya hostage! Edgeworth! Have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately!
All right. You hurry over there as well, then.
Wouldn't that be dangerous for them?
Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only begun!
Yeah. I am totally not tired right now. Even though I'm a tiny child.
He's just
Oh,
like
hey,
bag
pal.
of
How you
fries.
doing?
How do I get to the On Guard Mansion?
I think you gotta
I
go
think
to the
you gotta
lobby,
go to the
pal,
hotel
and then go
lobby.
across the street.
Yeah.
Living room. Yeah.
Wait, there's a bear! That wasn't there before.
March
No,
22nd.
They're onto us.
On Guard Mansion.
They're coming for us, Kay.
This
Maya!
is the teddy bears to have their picnic.
Maya!
Please answer us, Mystic Maya.
We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area.
I can't believe it. That butler! All this time, he was the killer!
He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
Look at the motorcycle.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here?
Guys, the bear just sneezed.
Right, look
That was
down.
me.
There's a little pet door installed here.
I know, Bowtie, just go with it.
Oh, treats for shoe.
Do you think that this came through that little door?
This door, it's locked.
Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors by now. I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth!
Can't Pearl just crawling in?
that small.
Yeah, your head's too big.
There's no one here!
From the looks of this room, I would say that this is Mr. On Guard's private lounge. Look at this right.
An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals, and a VCR. Check inside the deck! If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence! If we're lucky, they'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it.
I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
Phoenix, when are you lucky?
No.
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it.
We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away.
I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time.
And now, we've lost our only lead.
Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking there. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar.
Yeah, you're right.
Why did they even bring her?
We're close. I can tell.
Do you trust her alone with Gumshoe?
Well, it'd be better than bringing her to the killer.
It's Gumshoe.
We've already
Hey.
set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district.
Hey, pal, use this gun to open this can so we can eat dinner.
Leave the rest to us.
Hey pal, open this can so I can put it in the microwave and heat us up some dinner.
Well, there goes all the dramatic tension of this scene, then.
Sorry.
He's
Sorry, I
Honestly,
used
right.
it all up for my performance. I'm sorry.
The music is over. We kind of don't feel anything anymore.
Yeah.
we're all numb inside.
Maya,
It's on the ground.
It's a picture.
this looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean...
Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why have picture Miss Impax be here in Mr. Ungard's map?
And why does it
Pretty good
say
question.
with love? Huh. This might be a clue.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please, let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What?
Oh, hey guys. I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get Ungard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever! I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for that hopeless lunk. Drink. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
I know.
How'd she fit all of that onto the back of a picture frame?
I know, right?
Mystic
Right,
Maya.
real tiny.
They had to get him like a magnifying glass to read
It's
it.
pretty much like it sounded like she accepted. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die.
She
Well,
writes full
yeah.
messages on rice grains in her spare time.
Oh my gosh.
Edgeworth.
Oh, sorry. Right.
Let's call them right.
What's wrong? Why the blank stare?
Oh, it's nothing.
We've searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us.
Edgeworth.
Yes?
As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. I'm still short one last thing.
And what is that?
Miss Andrews' Cyclock. I could just find out what secret she's holding. And I think I can stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth.
I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center.
Can everybody read my mind?
It's his face.
Look, parentheses marks don't really do much for you in this game, okay?
We
Thanks.
can all see the subtitles, Phoenix.
Thanks, Edgeworth.
He can read backwards.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock.
I'm so freaking tired.
Okay, you can be Pearl again, Ruby.
Yay!
Good evening, Mr. Bite. What's wrong? You look ill.
Miss Andrews. You just saying it out loud?
Yeah.
I have come to remove your Cyclock! Ooh, that sounds so jank.
She's like, what the fuck is that?
Psych lock.
That
He's
is the
just so tired of
appropriate
your voice.
response.
I want to know, and you will tell me. Your
Oh my gosh, sounds like
secret.
he's gonna break her neck.
Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Also, you're
Okay.
completely insane.
Kinky.
Was that scissors?
Behind glass, yeah.
Was that scissors, Kate?
Take that!
Maybe.
How do scissors break anything? I mean,
Very creatively.
why frame him? Why?
Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ungard for the murder?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ungard.
I mean, wouldn't you? Have you met him?
Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
So you're saying I was talking. That drink.
Drink.
So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why?
Like, Matt left his wine glass behind. She's drinking from that.
No, it's laced with poison.
What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for.
Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Maya.
It's totally John Doe.
The killer.
Take that!
Celeste.
There is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impax's suicide.
What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ungard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
Take that! This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though.
Same to me.
With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ungard's mansion.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
Unlock successful. I got tongue-tied.
Drink.
Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Kurita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes. Because of Matt.
But because of Mr. Ingard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going.
Oh, for once? Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then. I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why With Love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
Sorry, I didn't think it was me. They were a couple, weren't they?
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that man. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. That is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was a revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. He doesn't like sloppy seconds.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impact. Shush.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind.
Well, so are we sure this is appropriate to say in front of an 8-year-old?
I think we're
Yes,
well
She's
past
already come face to face with a cold-blooded, manipulative murderer.
I'm just saying no one's like, oh, get this kid out of here.
Also, Heather, project a bit more. You're starting to dip under the music.
I'll try, but I can't be too loud. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds and... so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge. There's that word again.
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would have caused Matt the most damage, of course.
And that was the press conference after the stage show. Sorry, something turned on my phone.
That's fine.
Kind of fits though. Like it sounds like a press conference.
I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. was going to burn it, and even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cool revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me.
It's no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
Can't sleep either. Not with my situation. Or with what I know now.
Dun dun.
Woo!
So, what do you guys think of Matt's reveal?
I didn't see that coming.
I get to bust out my acting chops now. Hooray!
Hey, Bowtie, you actually played the villain now.
Yeah! That's awesome.
Wait, he played the villain before.
No, he didn't.
No, you
I
didn't.
didn't.
Yeah. Mary Fi?
No. No?
No, when it was the Eeny, Meeny, Miny case, it was Heather who was the killer. Last case, it was Greg who was the killer. Now it's Bowtie.
The guy in the wheelchair. Now it's Bowtie. Bowtie is the killer now.
Mm-hmm.
I still say that the Morgan Fay counts.
Not yet.
What do you mean
Oh,
not
we gotta
yet?
wait another game, don't we?
No,
Yes.
the Pearl's mom.
Yeah, I know.
No.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have
She,
to
had-
she was.
she was an accomplice. She wasn't the killer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still counting it.
No, we're saying the killer, basically.
I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. I'm still
Look.
counting it.